For insight into how American companies doing business in China view the ongoing trade tensions, I spoke exclusively to Craig Allen. He is the president of the U.S. China Business Council, and he took over the position just as the trade war began heating up.
This is different from anything that I had experienced in the past. We have a level of tension that is quite unprecedented, and we have a level of uncertainty that is also unprecedented. So American businesses, and I venture to say Chinese businesses as well, are trying to understand the environment, and that's not easy right now. There are many regions within the United States that have been disproportionately affected by China's emergence as a manufacturing power.
But is that China's fault?
Oh, I'm not suggesting it's China's fault. I'm suggesting that globalization of global supply chains has led to unintended consequences.
But can I bring you to the subject of forced technology transfer and intellectual property? Mm-hmm. Obviously, that is the stated reason for the trade actions that the Trump government has taken. Yes. What do you hear from your members on the progress that Beijing is making?
There has been progress made, but the progress is not commensurate with China's level of economic development. On equity restrictions, so in many Chinese industries, foreigners can only own 49% of equity. So if they wish to do business in China, they are forced, effectively, to share technology transfer with their equity partners, which is probably a different company and an independent company, and oftentimes trading separately from the joint venture.
Beijing says these are voluntary transfers.
Voluntary is an interesting word. In one sense, that is true. In other words, if the foreign company does not wish to do business at all in China, it doesn't need to enter a joint venture. But if that foreign company wishes to do business in China, then it is forced into that joint venture and therefore forced to transfer technology. And that is something that is not permitted under the WTO. The Trump administration is taking a much more forthright and aggressive stance on these same issues. And I think that, to be honest, the tariffs have been a very useful way to get the attention of MOFCOM.
So you believe the tariffs are useful in getting the attention of Beijing when it comes to dealing with these issues?
That's like a good medicine. A good medicine will help to catalyze an immune response that will lead to hopefully a cure for a real problem. However, I think that we all know that the overuse of medicine can also be a dangerous thing. And so I would have to be forthright and say that an overuse of tariffs might not solve the problem, but indeed might make the problem worse.
Are we there?
I don't know. I am hopeful that a deal can be done. The Chinese government prefers step-by-step, a gradual approach. And indeed, that has been an approach that has worked well for the Chinese government for 40 years and has delivered excellent results for the Chinese people. That step-by-step approach, however, may not be compatible with the current situation. If China wishes to break out of the middle income trap, if China wishes to grow rich before it grows old, it must engage in bold and dramatic reforms that lead to more market competition, and that would ipso facto include foreign competition.